Hi guys, I'm Sean. This is Alyssa. Gus is right here, and this is Internet Rabbit Hole Daily. Wow, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here to take a look at something you guys have been asking us to take a look at, and that is the history of the Sikh Empire. And so we did a little bit on sort of the history of Sikhism. We just sort of scratched the surface. I've been wanting to know more. We almost did a reaction today to a animated trailer for a movie. I believe it's about the 10th Guru, his 4 children, and the fact that they were martyred for the cause. So we do want to get to that, but I thought, let's take a step back. Let's sort of get some context here.
Let's get some backstory.
That's right. So we've got the rise and the fall of the Sikh Empire explained in less than 7 minutes. So obviously they're going to have to cut a lot out, but
in a nutshell, basically.
Exactly. But I've been wanting to get that overview. Maybe you guys have some other suggestions for us. You can leave those down in the comments. But are you ready to get going here, Alyssa?
I'm ready.
All right. Oh, dramatic.
This is intense. Wait, did we give a shout out to who made the video though?
No, I don't think we did yet.
Okay, well, we need to. It is Epimetheus.
Thank you so much, my friend.
Go check out that channel if you want.
Oh, from Guru Nanak all the way to the fall of the Sikh Empire. Okay. I want to learn more about Guru Nanak. That is for darn sure.
The homeland of the Sikh people and faith lies within the fertile river valleys of the Punjab region of northern India and Pakistan. For thousands of years, the Punjab has been the battle.
Now we know. Punjab. Yeah, I know. Now we know it's pronounced Punjab.
Yeah, he's saying it wrong.
Oh, I know.
Ground of kingdoms and empires. The Sikh faith was established in the later 15th century by Guru Nanak. He was the first of 10 Sikh gurus who were spiritual leaders during the religion's formation and rapid growth. Beginning in the early 16th century, the Punjab, as well as most of the Indian subcontinent, was conquered by the Mughal Empire.
Mughal, okay. So we keep hearing about the Mughal Empire.
Oh, okay.
So, and apparently there was a big battle between the Mughal Empire and the Sikh army, and so we're probably going to hear a little bit about that.
As well as Genghis Khan, and inherited their ability for conquest on a massive scale. For many years, the Muslim Mughals were largely...
I messed that up. What? I said it was a
transliteration of the word Mongol.
Like Mongolian?
Yeah.
For many years, the Muslim Mughals were largely tolerant...
They're Muslim?
Sounds like it.
India's numerous religions. In 1567, the Emperor Akbar joined the Sikhs for a meal at a community kitchen called a langar, where a free meal is served to all visitors,
we know about
regardless of religion, caste, gender, or ethnicity. Afterwards, Akbar met with the third Sikh guru, who he had a very favorable impression of. As the Sikh faith continued to grow, later Mughal emperors viewed the gurus as a potential political threat. After the 5th guru was executed for not following the emperor's order.
And there was some people were talking to me on Instagram about how brutal some of these executions were.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm already confused. Like, he executed the gurus, but were they all under one empire then now? Are they all under the Mughal emperor? The Sikhs?
The sense I'm getting is that there's some overlap here. So the Sikh Empire is sort of within the Mughal Empire, they aren't happy with how popular these gurus are.
What did he say initially about Punjab? Was he just saying this region is now the Punjab region?
I think they were saying that traditionally this was our sort of home territory. But let's see what else they have to say here.
The Sikhs began to arm themselves. Numerous battles were fought between the Sikhs and local Mughal governors.
It says the Sikhs only used weapons in self-defense.
Who sought to disarm them. Tensions subsided as the Mughals became embroiled in internal dynastic conflict. Until again, in 1675, the 9th Guru was executed for not following the orders of the Mughal Emperor.
The 9th Guru?
The slain Guru's son succeeded him. Gobind Singh.
He's a guru. He doesn't have to follow anyone.
Well, Guru Gobind Singh was, I believe, the 10th Guru and we're going to watch that trailer pretty soon about him and his children.
But what did he do? They didn't say. They just said he didn't follow. Is it because he has a different faith? Are they getting? Is he mad because he's not following the Muslim faith and he has his own faith?
It could be.
They just say they're not. It just says didn't follow him or something. I want to know what happened.
Well, I'm gonna suggest this is that we're gonna have to sort of get the overview here because there's a lot of history here.
Executed for not following the orders of the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb. The slain guru's son succeeded him. Gobind Singh, the 10th Sikh guru, further militarized his followers, forming the Khalsa warrior community.
Khalsa warrior, okay.
Singh means lion and Kaur means princess. We didn't know that. Did you know that?
Of course. So many people have told us in the comments that definitely, yeah. So
okay, I'm bad.
You're a little behind, but that's okay.
I'm really bad with like comments and answering them all and reading.
And then we talk about the 5Ks there. We learned about that in the last video as well too. So.
Oh right, yeah, but I forgot them.
Initiated into the Khalsa, the name Singh, meaning lion, was adopted as a family name by all male warriors. Gobind Singh continued the struggle against the Mughals and at times took refuge in the forests and mountains northeast of the Punjab. Aurangzeb brought the Mughal Empire to its maximum territorial extent, but its vast armies were diminished, and its treasury depleted by the time of his death in 1707. As Gobind Singh traveled to make peace with Aurangzeb's successor, he was assassinated.
Oh, wow.
Before passing away, he ordered that the Sikh holy scriptures, the Guru Granth Sahib, would succeed him as the final eternal living guru. During the following years, the Sikh Khalsa armies, under the leadership of General Banda Singh Bahadur, carved out a short-lived state in the Punjab. The hereditary aristocracy of the Punjab was abolished, and property ownership was granted to anyone who tilled the soil. After a siege, Banda Singh Bahadur was captured, tortured, and executed by the Mughals. The Punjab was reconquered, and many Sikh soldiers and civilians were massacred. Surviving Sikhs again fled to the forests and the mountains, and waged a guerrilla war against the Mughals. By the early 1730s, the exhausted Mughals made peace with the Sikhs, and allowed them to return to settle their land and a degree of self-rule.
So basically, Punjab was like a region that the Mongolian, Mughal Empire tried to sort of infiltrate and stuff, and then they had these wars, and then eventually they gave up.
Yeah, it sounds like basically at some point the Sikh people sort of were sort of taking refuge in the woods and sort of what did they call it, like sort of guerrilla warfare, where you go out, you attack your enemy, and then you sort of sneak back to your home base. I think that's what it means.
Well, they've left them alone now, and now they're like their own community.
Yeah, they've sort of said, hey, yeah, have your land. We're tired of fighting with you. You guys are warriors. We don't,
In 38, the weakened Mughal Empire's capital city of Delhi was ravaged, sacked, and plundered of its great wealth by the Iranian Afsharid dynasty.
Oh, I'd never heard of this empire.
Shortly after, the Marathas subjugated the remnant of the Mughal Empire as its vassal. The Punjab was overrun by the Afghan armies of Ahmad Shah Durrani, who defeated the Marathas while suffering massive casualties at the Third Battle of Panipat. Despite repeated invasions and massacres of Sikh civilians in the later half of the 18th century, the Afghans were never able to fully subdue the Sikhs. Since the death of Banda Singh Bahadur, the Sikhs were organized in a loose confederation of sovereign communities, ruled by the Khalsa fraternity of Sikh warriors. After gaining control of the eastern Punjab, these small states began fighting against each other whenever not threatened by the Afghans, until they were all united by the 20-year-old warlord, Ranjit Singh. In 1801, he was crowned Maharaja of the Sikh Empire. He repeatedly defeated the Afghans in major battles, driving their armies out of the Indian subcontinent as far as the mouth of the Khyber Pass. During his 38-year-long reign, Sikh control expanded over the entire Punjab, and to the north and south. The empire was prosperous and internally peaceful. His inclusive reformed government and military included Sikhs, Hindus, Muslims, European military.
Sounds like one heck of a ruler.
Soldiers of fortune.
Yeah, so he wasn't like, everyone needs to be this one religion. That's usually how it goes.
He seemed very...
He consisted of people with different beliefs, and he didn't make these laws where you had to follow one religion. So
wow. And this is such recent history too, just like the 1800s. My goodness.
The army was rigorously trained and modernized, especially in the use of artillery. The Sikh Empire only lasted for 10 more years after Ranjit Singh's death. He had maintained peace with the British East India Company, while it had conquered the Hindu Maratha Confederacy to the south. The next 3 Sikh Maharajas that succeeded Ranjit Singh were all assassinated.
Wow.
The empire was thrown in a...
Okay, wait, what's the flag? It's like an American flag and Britain flag. What is...
Well, I think it represents the British Empire, which was perhaps, I don't know. You guys will let us know.
Yeah.
turmoil, as the next Maharaja was a young child. The Sikh...
Sorry, what happened? Someone...
He had maintained peace with the British East India Company, while it had conquered the Hindu Maratha Confederacy to the south. The next 3 Sikh Maharajas that succeeded Ranjit Singh were all assassinated. The empire was thrown into turmoil, as the next Maharaja was a young child. The Sikh army doubled in size and assumed much of the practical control of the empire. A British observer at the time described the empire as being ruled by a dangerous military democracy. Taking advantage of this internal instability, the British East India Company began amassing troops on the Sikh border. War broke out, with both sides accusing the other of the first hostile actions. After several costly battles, peace was negotiated, where the northern territories of Jammu and Kashmir were ceded to the British, as well as valuable territory in the eastern Punjab. Tensions remained high, and a second Anglo-Sikh war broke out only 2 years later. During the Sikh Wars, both sides gained a mutual respect for each other's fighting prowess.
Wow, this is just fascinating to me. I'm very much looking forward to digging into these individual events because there's a lot here.
Yeah, it's sort of a general thing. There's not a lot of details with it, but that's obviously also why it's
the overview.
Like a 7-minute video. So
because I wasn't aware of these Anglo-Sikh wars, and so this is definitely something to dig into.
End of which the British East India Company had annexed the Sikh Empire. During the following company and British colonial rule in India, Sikhs were both feared and respected for their martial ability. Despite only accounting for approximately 2% of India's population, hundreds of thousands of Sikhs served in the army during the British Raj. Sikhs were noted for their loyalty, skill, and bravery, particularly during the First and Second World Wars. After overcoming centuries of adversity, today there are over 27 million Sikhs worldwide, with the majority still living in the Punjab. This has been Epimetheus. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Right,
hit the bell icon and get notifications every time I make a new video.
Looks like you guys can support that content creator by joining the Patreon and at the very least subscribing and hitting that bell icon. Boy, this has been a long time coming, so I'm really happy to have gotten this overview, and now I'm just keen to jump into the specifics.
Yeah, we'll have to. Yes.
This is going to be a journey.
Right in. It's going to be a rabbit hole for sure.
That's right. And if you guys want to join us on that journey, then I'm going to ask you to click the subscribe button, click the little bell icon, choose all from the drop down menu so you can get updated every time we upload a new video.
If you enjoyed this video, please let us know by clicking the thumbs up button and let us know what you thought in the comments and tell us more information and kind of clear up all the questions that I asked.
Yeah, a lot of questions. Maybe there's another video you guys can recommend to us. Maybe sort of what's the next step from here? We'll be looking forward to hearing what that is. This is Internet Rabbit Hole Daily. IRH signing off.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye, guys.